Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about two important scholarships for studying masters and PhD in Japan. These are Honjo scholarships and Nomura scholarships. So friends, as you might remember, I had mentioned earlier that there are 8 important categories of scholarships in Japan for international students. These are MEXT scholarships, JASSO, Mitsui, Yoshida. Then there are 4 more: Kyoritsu, Honjo, Nomura, and Rotary Yoneyama scholarship. Those 8 we had earlier discussed about MEXT scholarships, JASSO, Mitsui, and Yoshida. So today is the turn of Honjo and Nomura scholarships, and in the next video we will discuss about Kyoritsu and Rotary Yoneyama scholarship. So today our topic is Honjo and Nomura. So there are few similarities between these two scholarships. These are for master and doctoral degree programs, and these are all both of them are directly applicable. That means they are not affiliated to any university or so. You have to directly apply for these two scholarships. So let's see what are the details of these. Both Honjo and Nomura scholarships do require that applicants are either enrolled in or planning to enroll in a recognized graduate program in Japan, master's or PhD. So these two tables, one table for Honjo and one table for Nomura, this we had earlier discussed when we discussed the 8 scholarships at high level. So we will start from here, and now today in this video we will go deeper into both of these. So as you can see, this is the website. This is the direct URL which you should access and get all the relevant information about Honjo scholarship. There is an email ID which you can use to ask questions, or if you have any queries you can send information. So this is the inquiry towards foundation. That means you don't have to send your inquiry to the school or the university, but you directly write to the Honjo Foundation. Similarly, the application for the scholarship will also go directly towards the Honjo Foundation and not towards the university. That means the applicant or the candidate or the student has to apply for the scholarship by himself or herself directly. Masters and doctoral program, and these are the designated countries which are eligible for applying for the scholarship: South Asia, West Asia, Central Asia, Africa, and Mongolia. Application period is September October. Number of grants is approximately 10, and stipend is 180k yen per month for doctoral for a period of 4 to 5 years, 210k yen per month for masters for 3 years, and 230,000 yen per month for masters for 1 to 2 years. So this is the summary of that. And next, similarly, we have similar information about Nomura. These are the URL, email ID. Email ID is not there, but this is a page where you can submit your queries. These are again foundation based. That means you have to apply directly to the Nomura Foundation. And for any queries also, you will send your query to the Nomura Foundation directly and not towards the university in which you are enrolled. This is for masters and doctoral. It can be from any country, and the designated schools here are University of Tokyo, Hitotsubashi, Kyoto, Osaka, Waseda, and Kyo. So this scholarship is restricted to only these 6 universities, and the designated fields of study is specifically humanities and social sciences. Application period is September. Estimated number of grants is again 10, and it will provide you a stipend of 200,000 yen per month. So friends, now we will break out from this PPT and we will go to the website of Honjo first, and then to the website of Nomura. So this is the website of Honjo. So this is the same URL that I just mentioned in that slide. So scholarship for foreign students studying in Japanese graduate school. This scholarship is open to foreign students who study or plan to study in a Japanese graduate school for a doctoral or master's degree. Applications can be submitted from abroad if applicants are accepted to a Japanese graduate school. All nationalities and research fields are welcome. Applicants may directly apply to the foundation without pre-selection by the university. So this is the most important sentence here. Applicants may directly apply to the foundation without pre-selection by the university. That means if you do not have an enrollment yet, then also you can apply to the foundation. The application period is from the beginning of September till the end of October. So this is for the last year. They have not yet updated it for 2025 applications. So this will be announced in August or in early September. And so application period is September, October. The screening method is document screening and interviews. There will not be any written test. So the document screening followed by interviews. And number of scholarships available is approximately 10 students. Period and amount of scholarship. The scholarships will be provided monthly throughout the minimum period required to acquire the degree. The amount of scholarship differs based on the period. So this we already mentioned in that summary slide. Application and screening schedule. Application period is from the beginning of September till the end of October. That means 2 months is the application period. The result of document screening is announced towards the end of January. The interview examination will be held in February. It can be done by your physical presence in Tokyo, or if you are outside of Japan, then that can be done online as well through a video call. And the final result of the grant of the scholarship is announced towards the end of March. And the course will begin from April April. So this is for the previous year's admission. So this is for 2025. So now if you apply for 2026, then the application period will be in September, October 2025. Document screening result will be 31st January 2026. Interview will be February 2026. Final result announced on March 31st, 2026. And the course will begin. Your study in Japan will begin in April 2026. How to apply? Confirm that you are eligible to apply. Enter the online application system. Fill out the application form and upload the required files and documents. The movie which the applicant talks about her research for 2 minutes is required. That means you have to record a video of yourself in which you talk about your research plan. Once the documents are submitted, the application number will be issued and a PDF of your application form will be generated. Please save the PDF file as you will need it when the result is announced on our website. So this online application system is currently disabled because it is not yet the application period. So this will be enabled again in September. So you have to be prepared for that. The application of the scholarship spring 2025, that means April 2025 admissions was closed. That means the next will be for spring 2026, that is April 2026, and the application period will open in September this year. So please mark in your calendar to check this website regularly from the beginning of August, so that whenever the announcement is done, you can immediately start the application process. Next is the application. The application guidelines for the scholarship 2025 is announced on September 2024. So even though this guideline is for the previous year, but let's go through it because it will remain more or less the same for the next year's admission as well. So let's see what they have given in this application guideline. Honjo International Scholarship Foundation Guideline of Application for Foreign Student Scholarships. Application period is September 2 to October 31. Outline of scholarship. This scholarship is open to foreign students who are planning to attend or are currently attending a graduate school at a Japanese university. The scholarship money will be provided starting from the beginning of graduate school in April 2025, and for you it is April 2026. We are discussing the previous year's application guideline, because this year's application guidelines is yet to be released. That will be released in September this year. The scholarship recipient is under no obligation to repay the amount received from our foundation. The travel grant to cover expenses for attending an international conference will be provided to scholarship recipients based on our scholarship provision rules. The scholarship recipient is not permitted to receive any other scholarships in conjunction with the scholarship offered by our foundation, except for the scholarships listed below: Japanese government MEXT scholarship, Mombu Kagakusho Honors Scholarship for privately financed international students, and JSPS International Fellowship. The scholarship recipient cannot gain employment other than part-time jobs related to their studies, such as teaching assistant, research assistant, or roles in international exchange affairs, such as translators or interpreters, while receiving our scholarship. The scholarship recipient is required to participate in the individual interview and the events that the foundation organizes. The scholarship recipient is required to actively participate in foundation events after completing graduate school. Number of scholarships available is approximately 10. Now the requirements. To be eligible to apply for the scholarship, the student must meet all of the requirement criteria listed below. The student must not possess Japanese citizenship. The student must be enrolled as of April 2025 or currently applying for the academic course starting from April 2025 at a graduate school in Japan. So for you, it will be April 2026. So you must be enrolled or planning to get enrolled in April 2026. Those who are already enrolled and those who are not enrolled yet, including people who are currently employed with jobs at the time of applying for the program, are both eligible to apply for the scholarship if they are going to be enrolled in April next year. That means if you are in the process of getting enrolled, then also you can apply for this scholarship. You need not have the admission or the enrollment in hand to apply for this scholarship. Those who are going to enter graduate schools in the fall of 2025 can apply for the spring scholarship program. That means if you plan to get enrolled in September, October of 2026, then also you can apply this September 2025 application. In principle, the student enrolling in a professional graduate school is not eligible to apply. However, the student who can submit a research plan is eligible to apply. The enrollment duration until graduation must be longer than 12 months. To be eligible, the student applying for the PhD program must start the PhD course by the age of 35, and for master's course it is 30. There are no exceptions. The student must have a strong commitment to serving their home country as a future career plan. The student must have a deep understanding of international friendship and goodwill, attend events organized by the foundation, and take part in the network as an alumni member. The student must be able to carry out a basic conversation in Japanese. So this is the thing, friends. You must know Japanese to get this scholarship. Interviews will be conducted in Japanese, no exceptions. So this is another very important fact, that you need to know Japanese to apply for this scholarship. This is as simple as that. Application period from September 2 to October 31. How to apply, we have just seen. Online application system. This is the URL which you need to open, and this system will be available starting from September 2, probably 2020, probably September 2 of this year 2025. Digital files required to be uploaded, so you can keep all of these ready so that as soon as the application window opens, you can quickly submit. A face photo, maximum size 500 KB. A 2-minute video in which the applicant talks about their research plan. The maximum size is 1 GB. Length should be up to 2 minutes. File extension should be .mp4 or .mov. The presentation language should be Japanese or English. Presentation materials may be used in the video, however, the applicant's face must be visible. A 30-second video where the applicant talks about self-promotion. Documents in PDF files, academic transcript of the undergraduate course which is required. If you transfer to the university from the College of Technology or Kosen school system, the transcript from that school is also required. Academic transcript of the graduate school is optional. If you do not have this transcript, it is not necessary to submit it. The transcript should be in either English or Japanese. Research proposal, use the designated template. So where is the template? Here is the template. So this is the template where you can see research objectives and description, contribution to home country, that is what and how are you going to contribute to your home country based on what you will learn or study in Japan, and then achievements, what you already achieved regarding research, academic and social activity. So this is the template for research plan. After that, recommendation letter from your supervisor. Please obtain a recommendation letter describing your academic performance, personal characteristics evaluation, future potential, etc. And you can read rest of the information given in this process. So the selection process will be, first selection is by the screening of documents. Second selection will be interview, and final result of the scholarship will be announced 31st of March 2026 in our case. Scholarship payments, inquiries are accepted by email. So this is the email address. You can always send your queries. Whatever queries you have, do send to this email address and you will get a very prompt reply from the Honjo International Scholarship Foundation. So we now go back to the homepage of the scholarship. So we discussed the application guideline, we discussed the template of research plan, and then there are frequently asked questions. So let's take a look at that as well. What are the frequently asked questions regarding Honjo scholarships? I cannot receive the account activation email from the online application system. So this we may ignore at this moment because the online application system will be activated in September when you will apply. Requirements to apply. I have not taken an entrance examination like the EJU to enter the university in spring 2025. Can I apply? If you are going to take an entrance examination to enter university in spring 2025, you are eligible to apply. That means if you have the entrance examination in your plan, then you can apply. But if you are thinking that you will not be applying for the EJU, then there is no point of applying for the scholarship. So you must be taking this entrance examination. If not, you have already taken, but at least you have that in your plan, then you can apply. Since I am about to take the entrance exam, I will not be able to upload my acceptance letter before the application deadline. Input the estimated date of the entrance examination result announcement. I am not currently enrolled in the university, but I will take an entrance examination to enter in spring 2025. Can I apply? Yes. So this is for 2025. So for you, it will be 2026. So even without enrollment to the university, even without taking an entrance examination at the time of application for the scholarship, that is allowed. Should I go back to my home country as soon as I graduate from the university? A few years of work in Japan or other countries before returning to your home country is allowed. Which university and graduate course can I apply to? You have the flexibility to choose any university and any graduate course in Japan that aligns with your academic and personal goals. That means there is no limitation or there is no binding or there is no restriction of choosing an university or a graduate course. This scholarship is that much flexible. Can I apply for undergraduate programs? No. Which nationalities are eligible? It is for all nationalities, non-Japanese citizens. My supervisor from spring 2025 has not yet been determined what to do. Input to be determined. Academic result. Should I input the academic result of the graduate school I am currently attending? If you can get the academic results, input them. If you cannot get them, you can leave the table blank. Should I count the credits I earned at the university I attended as an exchange student? If the credits are necessary for graduation, count them as well. Curriculum vitae, the input field for universities is insufficient. Input in the other academic background or other remarks field at the bottom of the page. Personal statement, should I input about the family living in my home country? Input about your parents and siblings. If you are married, provide information about your spouse and children. Research plan. Can I write it in English? No. Please write it in Japanese. If you do not have confidence to write in Japanese, you can upload a research plan written in English optionally. A research plan written in Japanese is required. Can I increase the pages of the template? The research plan should be written within the designated pages. Can I insert figures? Yes. How much should I write in detail? Selection committee members are professionals in each academic field. However, since it is difficult to cover every detailed academic area, writing concisely is favorable. I don't have academic achievements yet. What should I write? Write nothing or leave the space blank. What are the activities in society? There could be a volunteer, sports, or cultural activity that you were highly evaluated on. Recommendation letter, is there a template? No. Should I have a recommendation letter written by the professor who will supervise me? Either the new supervisor or the previous one is acceptable. Is the recommendation letter in English acceptable? Yes, it is. Is seal or stamp needed in the recommendation letter? A recommendation letter writer should put a seal or a signature when you upload it yourself. A recommender wants to send the letter directly to the Honjo Foundation without handing it to me. Is it acceptable? Yes. Input the recommender's name instead of uploading the letter into the online application form. Other questions? The page does not proceed, so this is not needed at this point. Can you confirm the acceptance interview test? Is the interview test conducted in English? No, the interview will be conducted in Japanese. However, it is not to evaluate language skills. That means your grammatical mistakes or those kind of things will not be judged in the interview. Your subjective knowledge will only be judged. Candidates should prepare an oral explanation about themselves and their research in the easy Japanese language. I will be out of Japan on the day of the interview test. Interview tests can be conducted online if the candidate cannot be at the interview site. And some generic information. I want to apply for a scholarship at your university. Our foundation only provides scholarships. We are not affiliated with any educational institution. Does the Honjo Foundation offer support for research in non-degree programs? No. Does this scholarship cover university tuition fees and initial travel costs? For example, a plane ticket to Japan? Our scholarship program provides a monthly stipend only and does not cover additional costs such as the university tuition fees or initial travel expenses. So this is all about Honjo scholarship. Next, we move on to Nomura. So Nomura scholarship is given by the Nomura Foundation. So what is it all about? Nomura, introducing the predecessors of Nomura Foundation for Social Science. So this scholarship is basically for humanities and social science subject. So foreign student scholarships. Nomura Foundation provides scholarships to foreign students pursuing graduate degree in the humanities or social sciences at Japanese universities. Nomura Foundation provides scholarships. The scholarship is currently restricted to students at 6 universities only, namely Tokyo, Hitotsubashi, Kyoto, Osaka, Waseda, and Kyo. Good Japanese communication skill is required for the scholarship application. We have application guideline in Japanese only, and application also needs to be written in Japanese except where otherwise indicated. For more information, see the Japanese website. So now for the time being, we can translate the website to English through the Google Translate. However, the application form will have to be filled in Japanese only. Applications, as you can see, 30th September 2024. That means last year notice is visible here. So hopefully this year in 2025, towards the end of the September, this the notice for the next year's admission, that is 2026 admissions, will be opened, and at that time you will be able to apply online for the 2026 scholarship. Now there are several links here: application guidelines and how to apply. So here also you can see how to apply application guidelines. So before going to how to apply, let's go to the application guidelines. Eligibility. In order to realize true mutual understanding in the international community, scholarships will be provided to international students who are expected to serve as human resources, who will serve as a bridge between Japan and other countries. So this is the mission of this scholarship. Eligibility. As of April 1, 2025, international students who are planning to major in the fields of humanities and social sciences at the graduate schools of the following designated universities. So we have already mentioned Tokyo, Hitotsubashi, Kyoto, Osaka, Waseda, and Kyoto University. Students must be able to communicate smoothly in Japanese, be recognized as needing financial support for their study abroad life, and have excellent academic performance. Those must be 35 years old or younger as of April 1, 2025. In addition, you must have an address in Japan, including planned residence, and your status of residence must be college student. It does not matter what nationality, race, or gender you are. However, this excludes government-sponsored international students and those who receive scholarships of more than 50,000 yen per month or 600,000 yen per year from other organizations. Now, what are the characteristics of this scholarship? About 10 students will get this scholarship just like Honjo scholarship. Payment period will be for 2 years and amount of payment will be 200,000 yen per month. So this is an excellent scholarship, and although it doesn't cover the tuition fees, but it covers more than what you need for the living expenses, the stipend per month. So 200 yen is a mind-blowing amount. Payment methods, the money will be transferred to a bank account in the person's name. Application schedule. Application start date is September 2, 2024. So this year, 2025, it will begin on during the first week of September. And deadline is September 30th. That means the application period is 1 month, unlike Honjo, which has 2 months of application period. Items received by the foundation after the above deadline will not be accepted. Submissions by email, fax, or in person will not be accepted. So you have to apply online. So the application process, how to apply, frequently asked questions, application format, Word format. So let's go and check how to apply. So before that, let's see what they have mentioned here. Required documents. So we will come back here. First, let us go to the how to apply page. So first one is get my page. So my page is the online page that you should start your application from. So enter your basic information from the get my page button at the bottom of this page to get your ID and password. So if you come to the bottom of this page as they have mentioned, so this is that. If you are a first timer, click here. So I am a first timer, so I have clicked on that. And now you can see this form which is written purely in Japanese. That means you have to fill this form in Japanese, and there is no alternative, there is no English possible. So only if you know Japanese, then only you can fill this form, and that means this scholarship can be applied for only if you have good command over Japanese. So although you can translate these things from Japanese using the Google Translate or any other tool, so that is not a like challenge, because you can copy this text, so you can easily translate and understand. But the thing is, you have to fill these boxes in Japanese only. So again, you can translate back from English to Japanese and you can fill. So I don't think there is any challenge in submitting the application, but the interview will also be conducted in English. So sorry, in Japanese. So you must be knowing that. So this is about this form. Now, once you have obtained the my page by clicking on there, then the next step will be to click on this page to complete your application process. So here the username, the password, and the rest of the things will follow. So this is how to apply. Now, next thing is frequently asked questions. So just like Honjo scholarship, they have some frequently asked questions. Eligibility. I don't know the results of the graduate school entrance examination by the application deadline. Can I apply? If you are planning to enroll or advance to school in April next year, you can apply, even if you have not been yet accepted by the university. After the results are announced, please send an email to us as soon as possible. Can I apply from overseas? Yes, you can definitely apply. Can graduate research students also receive scholarships? Research students are not eligible for the scholarship. Deadline. I am unlikely to receive a letter of recommendation by the deadline due to poor postal conditions. Can I still accept applications after the deadline? Regardless of the reason, if the application documents are not received by the Foundation Secretariat by the deadline, they will not be accepted. Please send it early enough time to meet the deadline. Electronic application that we will see later because it's not yet started. The link is not yet active. Application form. I don't know if I majored in social sciences or humanities. Please check with your graduate school. Income and expenditure situation. I am not currently living in Japan. How should I write the average monthly income and expenditure status for the previous year? Approximate estimates are fine, so please fill in the estimated cost of living in Japan. Future plans, style, the attachments, transcripts, letter of admission, letters of recommendation. So you can go through each of these. These are basically the same for all admissions, the transcripts, the letter of recommendations. So you can get details about all of these here one by one. So they have very clearly explained. Do my certificates and transcripts have to be written in Japanese? If your certificate of enrollment and transcripts are in English, you can leave them in their original form. For any other languages, please include a Japanese translation. That means English and Japanese are acceptable. So recommendation letter also, it has to be written either in English or Japanese. So these are some more. Second selection interview. The second selection interview will be held about 1 week after the announcement of the results of the first screening. In addition, a schedule may be specified within 1 week from the date of the announcement of the results of the first selection. Where is the second screening? The second screening will be conducted at the campus of each designated school in Japan. Please note that we will not provide transportation expenses for the interview. So you will have to pay for it by yourself. So there is no online interview. So one has to go to Japan to give this interview on his own cost. Interviews will be conducted in Japanese only, so similar to Honjo. I am planning to move around the time the selection results are announced, but I have not yet decided on a moving date or a new address. After you have decided on your address, please update your My Page as soon as possible. You will be notified of the results by email, but when you are accepted, you will be mailed the procedure documents to the registered address. So this is the frequently asked questions. Then we again come back here. Application form in Word format cannot be downloaded now because it is outside the application period. And then the required documents, you can see here the details. Application form, Word form. Please download the prescribed form from the grant application form screen. So this is not yet open because it is not the application period. In September, October period, this will be enabled. Transcript, letter of acceptance or certificate of enrollment, letter of recommendation from your supervisor, and then please enter the application form in Japanese. Handwriting is not allowed. The total number of pages, margins, font size, and borders cannot be changed. So friends, we will take a look at all of these when the application period begins towards the end of September. So there is no point of going through it because we cannot actually see what they have asked for in the application form because the period has not yet started. So you can just read these things so that you have some basic idea, and when the application process begins in September, you will have a clear picture in your mind as to what needs to be done to apply for this scholarship. But the most important thing is that you must be proficient in Japanese. The interview will be held in Japanese. The application form you will have to fill in Japanese. But if you have these qualifications, this is going to be a mind-blowing scholarship. 200,000 yen per month is something. It's something really solid. So friends, that's it. We discussed about Nomura and the Honjo scholarships. Both of these have similarities. To summarize, both of these are for master's and PhD studies in Japan, and both of these are directly applicable. That means you have to apply by yourself. The university or the school is not going to apply for the scholarships on your behalf, and the terms and conditions are similar. The only difference is that Honjo is for all disciplines and for all universities, but Nomura scholarship is only for humanities and social science and applicable for 6 universities, as I mentioned during the discussion. So do read these two scholarship web pages. These are the web pages. So you can go to these web pages and read through them. And for both of them, the application period will begin in September. And so be ready with the documents that they have mentioned on their website for the previous year's application. Those are going to remain the same. So do arrange those documents and be ready to apply for these two scholarships in the month of September, October. So friends, that's all for today. I hope this video has been useful. In the next video of this series, we will discuss about the remaining two scholarships among the list of 8 scholarships, which are Kyoritsu and Rotary Yone Yama. So thanks for watching this video. Do subscribe to this channel if you have not already done, and we will see you again in the next video. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Mata imashou.